Hey YouTube, it's Magician34, and with your new ban list, I had to think of a certain deck, and I thought of this deck, Elemental Heroes, and I also thought of Destiny Heroes because of D-Draw at 3. So I put this together just to see what you all think, and kind of we can bounce ideas off each other, so please feel free to comment below. We run 1 copy of Stratos, of course. We run 3 copies of Neos Alias. Our Destiny Heroes, we're running 3 copies of Diamond Dude. We have 21 spell count in this deck, which is quite high, but 13 of them are normal spells that this guy can tap into. So he's kind of the no-brainer choice out of the Destiny Heroes. We're also running 1 Doomlord. It's kind of a run between him and Fearmonger, but this guy's removal power really just pays off so much more in this deck, so I went with the Doomlord. We also run 3 copies of Thunder King Ryo. This gives us a little bit of that stun control, good early game stuff, light monster, because we do have a small chaos element here. We have Gemini Lancer. He's my 4th Gemini of choice because we are running Gemini Spark. Reason being because he's water attribute mainly. He's the biggest 4-star water attribute, so I can Gemini Spark with him, but he can also be combined with one of the Destiny heroes in order to make Absolute Zero. So that's why he made it versus some of the other 4-star Geminis. We have 1 copy of Gorz, the Emissary of Darkness. We have Blackluster Soldier, of course. And the end of our monster lineup is that we have 2 Effect Veilers. More or less standard. The spells are going to be 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 2 E-Calls, because I can't run 3 anymore. We have 3 copies of Destiny Draw, 2 copies of Pot of Duality, so as you can see we got a lot of acceleration through the deck. We have 1 copy of Monster Reborn, 1 copy of Dark Hole. These look like they're going to be staples for yet another format. 1 copy of Heavy Storm, 2 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon. I thought about using Night Beam instead of this, but realistically, I think the ability to set this is just still a little bit superior, even though Diamond Dude can't hit it, obviously. We're running 2 copies of Super Polymerization, mainly because our hero count's a little lower, so we just want to make sure that we don't get too many of them in hand or anything. 2 copies of Miracle Fusion. We're running 3 copies of Gemini Spark because the card draw is quite nice, and obviously the destruction effect and so on and so forth. It's a good set card. 1 copy of Book of Moon. Helps our 1900s, punch through stuff. Can also be good with Diamond Dude. Our traps are running 2 copies of Solemn Warning. Pretty obligatory in this build, as are these 2 copies of Torrential Tribute. And that's it for the main deck. As far as the extra deck, we're running 2 copies of Elemental Hero The Shining, 2 copies of Elemental Hero Scoriato, because this guy's out now. Came in the final volume of the GX manga, I think it is. Yeah. So 2 copies of him. He's a great super poly target. 2 copies of Absolute Zero, mainly because our D heroes can go into him, so you don't need an Elemental Hero to make him. 1 copy of Elemental Hero Gaia, 1 copy of Great Tornado, and 1 copy of Nova Master. And that's it for the fusions. We have 1 copy of Maystroke the Symphony Djinn. It's one of our Xyz monsters, and our other Xyz monster is Gemini Pearl. I don't find myself getting Utopia in hero decks very often, and I don't see him being terrifically more useful right here. Even as a light attribute, we got enough light attributes, I don't think it's a problem, so we're running Pearl for his bigger bulk. And last, we're running, synchro-wise, we're running 1 copy of Stardust Dragon, 1 copy of Scrap Dragon. Gorz helps us make these. 1 copy of Allied Justice Catastor. Our other main level sync 4 is 5. And then our other level 5 is Magical Android. Since our tuner of choice is going to be light, unless Monster Reborn gets involved, it's not so much to get her because of her light attribute, but it's more to get her because she's a little bit bigger than Catastor, and against decks with a lot of dark monsters, she can be a better alternative. So, anyway, this is my just kind of my early thoughts for an Elemental Hero, Destiny Hero kind of deck. So, like I said, comment down below. Feel free to like the video even if you just like the idea. This is still kind of a work in progress. And until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel for more cool videos.